Hello, everyone, and welcome back for day 2 of our Adobe Express Bootcamp. My name is Megan Billy, and I am here today with Katrina, our lovely Adobe Express Evangelist, and we are here to tell you some more tips, I should say, about how to use the new Adobe Express Beta. What are we working on today, Katrina?
All right, so today's session is all about generative AI powered by Adobe Firefly and how we can use it in our Adobe Express projects. So for those of you who are completely new here in this bootcamp, never heard of Adobe Firefly before, Adobe Firefly is Adobe's generative AI playground. It's still in beta right now. And you can do a bunch of cool things like text to image, text effects. What else is there? There's a couple new ones. Not on Firefly, the Illustrator one, the one that's the recolor vectors.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can do a bunch of different stuff. So if you haven't checked that out, feel free to do so on your own time. But today we are going to hop on over to my screen onto Adobe Express. And as you can see on the home page, if you're seeing this for the first time, you can see that there is a little piece of Adobe Firefly just right on the home page here. So first we have text to image over here. And we also have text effects. So the nice thing about this is that you could literally just start on this row, I guess, and type your prompt here, or you can start from a template or anything like that. But yeah, just right on the homepage, you can get started if you haven't played with Adobe Firefly quite yet.
This is so nice because it's right here in a program that we can already use to edit things, and then we have our text to image and our text effects, so we can put them together in a project rather than just having them separate in a separate program, which is super nice. Before we get started, I also want to mention that we are live. We can see the chat, so if you have any questions, please feel free to drop those in the chat, and we will answer those as we go. Yeah, cool. Let's get started.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to start off with a template today. So right up in the search bar, I'm thinking we should make maybe like an invitation or something, maybe like a party or something for a fictional product, something like that. So let's look up product, I guess. And then right when we hit search, it'll pull up all of the templates here at the top. So we're just going to hit view all. And then we have a bunch of different product style templates.
That's great.
Here, so just scroll through. We have an amazing design team that always updates these templates. So every time you pull it up, there will always be something new. Okay, my eye definitely automatically went to this one.
Yeah, I like it.
I feel like it's very forgiving. The product is like right front and center, and it's a little futuristic. It's giving me a little bit of inspiration.
It gives party vibes too.
It gives party vibes. Party. Yes. Oh my gosh, I just noticed that. It says you are invited. Soft launching a new energy drink, but we're gonna change all this.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess just starting off with the background, and I guess that leads to like my number one pro tip with using generative AI is I actually use it to make backgrounds. So a lot of people use it to maybe like make a product or like a scene or something like that, or a funny character, but my favorite way is to actually create custom backgrounds. If you have watched like a couple of my past streams, I'm a gradient girly. I love this gradient here, but sometimes Adobe Stock won't have it in the color scheme that I want or a pattern that I want.
Cool.
So yeah, I'll show you how to do that here.
Yeah, that's a great pro tip because I always think, like you were saying, of using it as like to make something solid, like a product or a character, but cool. Let's see what this background looks like.
Yeah, of course. So to access the text to image feature, all you have to do is just go to media, then go to text to image, and then choose an image size. I would say portrait is the closest one to what we're working with here. And then from there, you just type in your prompt right here. So I'm thinking, like, give me like 3 colors.
Ooh, okay. Yellow. I'm in a yellow stage right now. I love yellow.
Okay.
Maybe orange. We'll go good with that. And then, like, let's throw something crazy in there, like pink.
Okay. Pink gradient background. Okay, start there.
Let's see. And there was a question while that generates about if our projects from Adobe Express Beta and then the past version of Adobe Express will be accessible in one place. You might want to answer this, but as of now, I think they are separate.
They are separate right now.
But they're not going to go anywhere. So you're not going to lose any projects that you worked on in the past, correct?
Mm-hmm. Cool. Correct. Cool. So the background it generated, it gave us a couple different gradient options. So this,
I like it.
you have a lot of different flowy movements to go off of. But I like this one. So we're just going to stretch this out.
I love this
to cover
color.
The canvas. I do too. It's very summery.
Yeah.
Also, today is summer solstice.
Yes, the first day of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Technically.
Technically.
It doesn't feel like it here in San Francisco. It feels a little chilly today.
But the sun is out.
The sun is out. Awesome. Okay, that looks good.
Okay, cool. So we'll just leave this alone for today. That's it. This is the project.
We're done.
For right now. Okay, so next we're going to work on the text. So the second piece of Firefly that's in here is the text effects. So all you have to do to apply the text effects is click on the text block, I guess, that you want to edit. And then if you scroll down here, there's a text effects button menu thing. And then similar to the text to image, there's a text box. How many times will I say text in this stream? There's a text box here where you can type in the prompt and then choose a sample effect or change the font or how tight or loose you want the effect to be.
Cool. There was a question, too, if this recording will be available. And yes, it will be available on the website and also on our YouTube. So we'll make sure to post those links so that you all can watch this at a later time.
Yep.
Cool. Let's generate some text.
Okay, so what are we thinking here?
Okay.
I think maybe some holographic text or something. Okay, let's do something crazy.
I'm also not great at thinking about what things should look like, but I know it when I see it. So they do have the sample effects suggestions, which are nice if you aren't really sure what you're looking for, but you know when you see it, kind of thing.
Right.
So they do have that, but let's go with yours.
Yes. I agree. I am not the best at writing prompts, but I just know that it takes a lot of practice.
Yeah.
And to get the exact effect you want, it is all in how you write the prompt.
Exactly.
Okay, so we got this. It looks pretty cool,
Yeah.
but let's actually make the font a little bit chunkier. So you can definitely choose any font that you want from, if you're in the main editor, if you are selecting a regular text block and then you open this drop-down menu, you can change the fonts to really anything you want. However, if you're editing the text effect, these selections of fonts is pretty much optimized to give you the best look.
Yeah.
Because these are thicker fonts, I guess.
Yeah, so you can see the effect.
Yeah, so you can see the effect. So you know that these fonts will for sure work well with the text effects. But
cool. There was a question, is if you can upload your own fonts, or is it limited to the default text available? Do you know the answer to that?
as of right now, you cannot upload your own fonts.
Okay.
It is just
but there's
Adobe font
a
collection.
ton of fonts in there because it is connected to Adobe Fonts. So there's a ton of options.
Exactly. Yeah, I think you have access to about 20,000 fonts,
That's a lot.
maybe a little bit more.
So you're bound to find one that you like.
Mm-hmm. Let's center this. You are invited.
Oh, we had another question. If this platform can be accessed right away, it can be accessed right away. If you go to Adobe Express Beta website, you can access it right now. And the mods can drop that in to the chat so that you all can access it pretty quickly.
Yes, you are on it with the questions.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're
That's what I'm here for.
Okay, great. So now we're going to change up this product. And okay, this is the scary part. Now we are going to actually make a thing. Okay, so usually on my streams, I usually default to food, but we're not doing that today. I think my last AI streams were all about generating food. One of them was about dogs.
I was going to say food or dogs.
Yeah,
is
food or
usually
dogs,
the-
but let's do something different. Maybe what's something random, like a telescope or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like,
Can
why
we
not?
stargazing party?
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, I love it. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm the worst. I will literally put telescope, but I know it's too short. Telescope. Okay,
Oh,
maybe.
okay, I always run into that. This is what we were talking about with the prompt. It's really important to be able to accurately describe what you're looking for, so it gives you that accurate results.
Yeah.
Okay, shiny telescope with
What is the legs called on a telescope?
a base? I don't know.
A base?
Yeah, a base.
Is it like it's like a tripod?
Tripod.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
With
on tripod or with
tall tripod. We'll see. We shall see today. And then we want a photo of this. All right. And generate this. And also, one thing to also call out is if you want to adjust like the look of your photos or the generations, you can change the content type to graphic or art or even the different styles as well to get different looks.
This is so nice. There is also, just to mention, a whole library of stock photos that you could choose from. So, like, if you did want to do something like a telescope, you could check out that stock photos library, see if there's something in there. And then this is a great option if you can't find anything that you're looking for and you want it to look a little bit more custom. And you can really play around with the different styles.
I like it. This one looks really good.
That one looks good.
Okay.
They really got the tripod thing right there.
They really did. They got it. And shiny. I love it. Okay, so we have the product here, but we need to remove the background. So this is another tip also that I've been exploring is I would make things like butterflies or like small or like stars or even, and I would actually remove the background and add them as like my own design assets.
Cute. Okay.
So if you ever wanted to make your own custom stickers or anything like that, you don't see something that, you know, you really vibe with in the libraries, you can definitely use it to create your own stickers.
So many good options here in Adobe Express Beta. We had a question going back to the background.
Yes.
So we did generate that background in text to image, but this person was wondering if you can use this specific hex code to get the colors that you're looking for. So like we did, I think just pink, yellow.
Yeah. Like if you could
Orange.
get specific color values.
Specific colors.
I'm not too sure about that.
Me neither. I
Test
haven't
it
tried it.
out. Let us know.
Yeah, that's a good test for you to go play around with.
Yeah, I've actually haven't heard of really anyone using hex codes or even if AI knows hex codes. So let us know. What was I doing? Oh, sending this to the back. So I'm just going to open up the layers panel to the right and then just drag this to the background layer. And then we'll just move all this text around. Let me see. Let's actually group a lot of this. Oops, I grouped the background.
Okay, so you're just messing around with the layers right now to make it a little bit more organized and we can see everything a little bit more clear.
So I can maximize the space. So I'm just grouping this by shift clicking on the assets that I want grouped.
Okay, so when you group them, they'll move together. You can resize them together.
Yes.
And then it's pretty easy to ungroup too if it's not working for you.
Yep, exactly. And then in a second, we are going to make, spoilers, we are going to make an animated post. So it'll be actually a lot easier when we animate these elements together.
Great. Oh, got it. So once you group them together, when you animate them, they'll all do the same thing. Smart.
Correct.
Then you don't have to spend more time.
Yeah, imagine just animating like the line and then the text by itself.
Yeah, no.
Couldn't be us.
The whole thing about Adobe Express Beta is it makes these workflows super quick and easy. So yeah, definitely want all of those workarounds.
Exactly. Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Oh man. Okay, now this says energy drink, so I need to change this to
Telescope.
That's what this is called, right?
Spelling.
Okay. Cool. So now we have all of the elements here. Let's actually adjust the background a bit, and then let's give it some. It needs something.
Yeah.
So maybe let's add like maybe like constellations, maybe like stars or something.
Okay. So we're going back to the background.
Yes, we're back to the background.
Back to the background.
Have anything
Let's
in chat?
see.
And Kim said, "Let the puns begin." The telescope looks out of this world. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Wait, that did such a good job adding those stars in there.
Mm-hmm.
That would have taken so long to add all of those little stars in there if we wanted that effect.
Yeah.
So this is great. Wow, some of them are kind of crazy. That fourth one is a little crazy.
Yeah.
Okay,
There are a
okay.
bunch of options.
That is really nice.
Yeah, and then taking the text in mind, I kind of really like this one,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like the background's a bit too light. Like there's not enough contrast.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to change this background color. I'm just scooch this down and then click on the background color, and then we're actually gonna make it darker, make it black, and then this is another hack, not AI related, but if you want to like mute a background, make sure the background layer is either white or black, and then change the opacity of this layer
Ooh, okay.
of the background to just mute the colors a little bit.
That is such a hack that you would only get from a designer. As someone who's not a designer, I would never think to do that. So that is...
It's a lot of trial and error and looking back on my designs and being like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Who
I
allowed
like
me to
it.
do this?
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I love the opacity. I love you can also add different effects. Like yesterday, we were talking about the dual tone and adding the dual tone to change the colors of backgrounds. So lots of playing you can do with the effects.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay. So this is pretty good. Do you think we need to add anything else? We have the star
It looks
thing
good.
here. Yeah, I think it looks right. I think as an invitation, this looks great, but we can take it one step further.
Okay.
Let's turn this into a video. So I'm just going to hit add on this top right corner here and then click on duplicate page. And then now we have an exact copy. I'd made this mistake in one of my sessions there's another thing. Also, sorry, not AI related, but if you are making an animated post, make sure you do actually duplicate your project, because once you convert your project into a video, once the timeline pops up, you actually can't really revert it back to PNG.
Ooh, okay.
And still work on it as a PNG. Of course,
Yeah.
when you download it, you have that option to pick the file type, but if you want to work on the PNG version, it doesn't really work out. So always duplicate your work if you're going to do something very drastic.
Yes, I also have the same tip for resizing. I always duplicate and resize because I've resized it before, and then I'm like, wait, where's the vertical version of this? So, yeah.
Nice. Okay. So let's go ahead and start animating. So we're just going to start with this one, and then on the text menu on the left, just go to animation, and you'll see 3 animations here. You have the in, looping, and the out animation. So for this, you can hover over the different effects, and then it will, it'll show you without having to apply it quite yet, so you can just preview all of these.
These animations are some of my favorite things because doing this in any of the other Adobe products would take a lot of time. So it is a great workaround to come in here and animate anything that you've created and make it really quick and easy.
Nice.
And it's nice that you can animate things that have been generated by Firefly.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Yes, because on the playground, you're just generating, you're typing the prompts.
Yeah.
And while that's fun, being able to use the assets that you make on that playground, or even now in Adobe Express, it's just really takes it another step further.
And not having to go out of the product and back in, download things, transfer. You can just do it all here in Adobe Express Beta.
Yes.
Ooh, someone's saying that they love the wiggle effect in chat. I like that one too.
The wiggle effect? Okay, should we do?
Yeah, let's see what it looks like.
Okay. I like it. It's super playful. I think that's why I do like it a lot. Wait, oh my gosh, intensity.
Super intense.
It's can't be off the page. Oh my gosh. That's another great thing about effects, is that they are super customizable. Depending on the effect, you can adjust the duration, the speed, the intensity. And I think there's even one that says personality, I think.
Yes, yeah, the personality one.
You can give it a personality. So that is really cool if something, if the effects aren't behaving correctly. I don't know. Such a weird sentence.
Yeah, you can give each one a different personality. They could have the exact same effects, and then they have different personalities.
Right.
Everyone loves the wiggle. Lots of wiggle comments in the chat.
Okay, I think we can do slide. See, for this one, you can adjust the direction as well. And then here's the personality. Soft, smooth, strong, energetic, or loud. And I believe the difference between each one is like how intense it goes into the animation. Like this one had like, I don't know, that one just like full sended 0 to 100 versus if we go to soft, it's like, maybe like 0 to 30. Yeah, it's more subtle, a little more polite. Let's see. I think smooth is great. Looping, I don't think we need to loop that since it's just details. And then we can slide this back out. Let's make it the other direction. There you go.
We had a good question in the chat about what format should it be downloaded in if they want to keep the animation. We'll show you that, I think. We can show you that in a bit. Let's animate all the text, and we can definitely show you what it looks like to download this.
Yes. This takes a lot of focus for me. Okay, cool. Let me pause here. So for when downloading, you can select MP4, of course, best for video, but there's actually video resolutions. So you can do 720, 1080, or 4K.
Okay, so depending on what channels or what social medias you're posting it to, it has all of the different variations.
Yes.
And same with the resizing tool. It does have different variations depending on what social channel you're looking for.
Right.
I could play around with animating stuff all day. It's like my favorite thing.
What kind of projects have you animated?
The promotional materials for this boot camp.
Right!
My favorite was taking the little headshots and making them do the wiggle. And then it looked like they wiggle. Super silly and fun to play around with. And it took me 5 minutes, so great. I think there was a stream from a few weeks ago that Andrew and I actually did where we made all of the content for this boot camp and we used all of the branding assets that he had created in Illustrator and Photoshop for me, and then we put them into a project in Adobe Express Beta, which made it really easy for me as a marketer to use these aspects. And if you're interested in that kind of workflow, we will be talking about that tomorrow with Alex Lazarus. We'll be talking about going from Photoshop and Illustrator into Adobe Express Beta and how creative professionals can use those three tools together in order to create something beautiful. So make sure to come back tomorrow, same time, same place, 10 o'clock Pacific time with Alex Lazarus, and Andrew, who I mentioned earlier, will be here also hosting.
Oh.
Yeah. Lots of fun content this week. Yesterday we were talking to Val about social video, so lots of cool things that you can do in Adobe Express Beta, and make sure you watch that session with Val that we did yesterday. Super fun.
Nice. Okay, so I think we animated everything.
Okay, let's see what it looks like.
Oh no, we did not animate this.
The star.
But that's okay.
Ooh, you know what would look cool on that star? If we did like the little circle and it just kind of like circled around.
What do you mean the circle? Like
animate it so it like tumbles, twists, turns. Yeah.
This? Okay.
Yeah,
wait, this whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it together? Is it grouped?
I grouped it, yeah.
Okay, grouped. So whatever you do to one of those assets, we'll do it to the other.
Okay, so which one?
Ooh, spin.
Spin?
Yes.
Spin. This is the in animation.
Yeah. Spin.
Okay.
And then looping. Is there like a circle?
There's a spin.
Yeah, spin. And then spin out. Let's see if that looks too crazy.
Oh no, it's never too crazy. Okay. So we're going to do this. It looks great.
I love it. That would make me want to come to this event.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You would come to my telescope event?
I would come to your telescope event. I want to go to your telescope event.
Oh, thank you. Okay, and then one other thing, if you do want to adjust the timing, like let's say you want the text going in first or the image going in first, whatever it is, there's a notch or like a switch down here that says show layer timing.
Okay.
So if you click on that, it actually expands the timeline. So whatever asset or layer that you're working in, it will show up like up here, and then you can adjust the timing of it just by sliding in the edges, or if you either is it right click? I don't know. Or is it S? I don't know. You could split it some with using the S shortcut key. Let me see. What is it? Yes, it is a split.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. So let me just...
That's a pretty advanced tool to use.
Yeah, a lot of people actually don't really realize that it's there.
Yeah.
So even, all of the assets on your page, sometimes people don't adjust the timing and they think like the speed or duration in like these settings will adjust like when it goes in and out. So just so you know.
Yeah, super quick and easy. Nice. We had a question about if you can transfer this into a GIF or if there's a quick action to do that. There is a quick action on the homepage. The homepage is a great place to explore all of the different ways that you can use Adobe Express Beta, but there is a GIF quick action. So you could upload something like this or another video in order to change it into a GIF. Let's see.
Like that.
It looks so good. And then you would upload this onto your social media or somewhere like that where people can see it.
Yeah, so if you're doing this on like Instagram or anything like that, it'll upload as a reel automatically or even stories, anything like that.
Cool. And then on the homepage there also is we started from a template and then animated in the, we generated text, effects, and images in the project, but you can also just start from scratch as well. On the homepage, you're able to play around with different prompts there. So lots of fun things to explore.
Exactly, yeah.
And so this is the non-animated one?
This is the non-animated. Sorry, I was looking at chat.
Okay.
Real Geek Nerdy said amazing and quick. Yeah, honestly, this was really quick. This was a lot quicker than I anticipated.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when you're exporting or sharing, so the next step would be sharing. As Megan said, you can download this and share it directly to your social media. As of right now, the beta does not offer directly sharing through video, right?
Okay.
Sharing videos. So the only way is to do it through the still image right here. So all you have to do is hit share and then schedule the post. And then similar to the previous version of the content scheduler, it looks very similar. It behaves the same. Just things are a little shifted around.
Okay.
And then you just do not pay attention to all my disconnected socials. But let's say I'm posting this to Twitter or something like that. I'll type in the caption, "Come to my telescope party." Wait, soft launch party. It'll be fun.
We'll be there.
Yay.
It'll be fun. Yay.
I promise.
I love it.
Yeah, and it has emoji support and all that stuff.
That's so cool. And you can do multiple social medias, not just Twitter.
Yes.
Cool. And yeah, that's a good point to make sure your social medias are connected before you do this. But ooh, that's nice. You can see the preview of it too.
There are so many times where I would schedule something to social. Either the caption will be not formatted correctly or it'll be cropped. Like if you can see, this is, I believe, a different dimension for Twitter, and it crops at a little bit at the bottom.
Yeah.
So if you don't want that in your preview, just make sure you preview your post before you hit live. So that feature is just
And then
really
that's
nice.
a great way that if you need to resize it, it is really easy to resize it to what will work on Twitter.
Exactly. And then when you're done, you can either save it as a draft, hit schedule, and then it'll just do its thing, and it's in the content scheduler. So if I just go out here, there you go. It's right there.
So fun. In less than 30 minutes, we created a flyer that you can use to promote your event. We animated it, we scheduled it in the scheduler, so lots that got done in this last 30 minutes. Don't forget to join us again tomorrow. We'll be talking more about the amazing ways to use Adobe Express Beta. That is at 10 o'clock tomorrow. And Alex, Lazarus, and Andrew will be here. Well, thank you so much, Katrina. That was so fun, and I learned a lot. So I hope you all did as well. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.